EVO 2019. I signed up for 4 games, didn't play in a single one of them. Was busy from the time I showed up to the time I left. Had a lot of people show up last minute asking me for shit, bugging me all the goddamn time. But you know what? It's EVO. It's hard to have a really shitty time. Unless you're working production. Oh my fucking god. I learned a lot. Pretty valuable experience. I have a better perspective. Maybe not as much hard tech as I wanted to learn. But I learned a good bit, I think. But, of course, working back in the behind the curtains like that, you get an interesting perspective on how Guy-Man did some work. You want to hear a funny-ass story? Guy-Man got a gig at EVO. He didn't have to do shit but press buttons on XSplit for 3 days straight. That motherfucker got fired. All he had to do was show up at 6:50, press buttons for 12 hours, and leave. That motherfucker got fired. Oh, I died laughing when I heard that shit. First things first, Friday night this came on, right? The top 8 was actually as expected. I thought it was pretty good. Kayane getting top 8 is really cool. You know, that's a long-time legacy player. This was a grind, though, man. They had to run the whole tournament in one day. You knew it was going to be rough, but overall, pretty cool, right? No real issues. A pleasant surprise, I would say. And check it out, that announcement, too. How Maru as a guest character in this game, that's pretty hype, man. That's pretty cool. 2 Mitsurugis is a little weird, but if it's How, you can't really be mad. Like, that's pretty tight. That's pretty tight. I think it might have been cooler if maybe it was another character from Sam's show. Like, How Maru is obviously like the poster boy. Ukyo, he doesn't really work, I think, either. Maybe Nakaruru or someone like that. Galford, maybe. How would you do that, though? Galford would have been too hard. But yeah, somebody like that. Either way, it's cool, it's hype. So, Friday night ends, and it's relatively okay. Relatively smooth. Saturday, holy shit. 4 top 8s. You knew when you looked at the schedule, this was going to be start to finish, just a fucking grind. This shit was brutal. Saturday, 10 a.m., this game on the main stage. It was pretty good. There were maybe a couple matchups that I would have liked to see in that top. The thing is, you can never be like, you can never try to fan fiction with tournament competition, right? I was sorry to miss Notes, man. Notes, the story continues, right? Debatably one of the best players of the game of all time. Cannot do well on big stages. Ultimately, Clearland comes out the winner over Ohito. Pretty good top 8. Pretty good way to start the morning, at least, right? It seemed like everybody had fun. Obviously, the announcement is hyped too, right? New character, new version. We already knew about it, but being able to see footage of it is pretty cool. But even before all that, even the fact that Kamone and I think Ryorka and Raito, that dev is a very small group. It's really cool that French Bread not only came outside Japan to interface with their community, but well, yeah, I mean that's the big thing. They interface with the Western community in overseas like that. That's a bigger deal than probably a lot of people realize. Pretty good top 8. Not, especially for 10 a.m. Like I said, me personally, in an ideal world, this would have been Sunday at 9 a.m. Right? In an ideal world, that would have been your most stacked Sunday. Didn't work out this time, but hey, man, under Night Embers, you got into the lineup, exceeded expectations on numbers. To be honest with you now, shit, I'm thinking they probably locked up their spot next year. To be honest, that's just honestly how I feel. Obviously, this game, yeah, still did really good on viewership. Having Saturday afternoon slot like that was also probably a really good call, too. Fighting Tuesday, man. I tweeted it out. I saw the top 8. When I saw B beat Chris G, I was like, it's gonna fucking happen. When I saw Hero climbing through the bracket, I was like, it's gonna fucking happen. And then I saw the top 8 bracket, and I was like, it fucking happened. Half of the people that were in that top 8 have attended or regularly attend Fighting Tuesday in the past 8 months. They definitely got mowed over by Goichi, but to be honest with you, he's the Goichi and Sonic Fox. Were the objectives anyway, right? B, Hero, Kazunoko. Shanks was at a Fighting Tuesday. What less than a year ago. The top 8 was really good. In house they had Yipes and Ringe. They did really well. Yes, Mimi knows. Yes, Tsuyoshi. I saw the bracket. I saw Tsuyoshi versus Killmonger. I looked at Killmonger. I was like, damn, I don't know if this dude plays this game a lot or if he doesn't know how to play at all and he just entered. And then I saw him loan his friend his controller. And I watched his friend play and his friend just got fucking beasted on. And I was like, he's trash. Put him up on the stream. That was only his first match. He won the next 3 and didn't drop a game. That was the crazy part. I saw who he was playing after Killmonger. I was like, this guy seems pretty good. Apparently he washed him. Yeah, that was pretty cool. The fact that him and his dad went out there, you know, thanks to you guys, shit, y'all helped make that happen. Even a little trip like that, for someone at his age, can have a huge impression on perspective. He might not even realize it at this time. You know, that's the thing. Anyway, winners finals, grand finals of this game, fucking fantastic. Pretty much this game at its peak, right? Hero and B ran into Goichi and Sonic Fox. That was what they wanted anyway, though, right? So they got what they wanted. Didn't work out for them, but hey, good top 8 regardless. Pretty tough act to follow. Or so I thought. Yeah, they had the announcement after. Bunch of stuff you already knew. Maybe we'll see more in Dragon Ball World Finals, we'll see. But the fact that this game led straight into this game, and I think this is a game that a lot of people had questions about this year, right? Will it deliver? And baby, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. This shit was godlike. If you didn't watch this top 8, you fucked up. Osu Akira was taking pictures by the stage when I was working, and we started betting on matches. Man, this shit was so good. Yo, Kazunoko versus Justin, that set was godlike. Holy shit, man. This was a good top 8. They had some really good fucking sets in this. I was really pleased. So Saturday, right? You start off with Under Night. You go into Dragon Ball. You go into Sam Show, which was surprisingly, maybe for a lot of people, surprisingly exciting. But here's the thing. I'm going to preface this with saying I don't dislike this game. In fact, I watch it probably more than you think. But holy shit. Can we talk about this? So mind you, I've been in the venue since what, like 6:30, 6:50 or some shit. And this starts, I think, like 20 minutes, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes late. But I'm like, hey man, last one. Let's just hang in there till the end. We'll pack up. I'm gonna go to sleep, be in the arena in the morning. This finna be a breeze. Whoever was campaigning for this game to be first to 3 before the game was even fucking out, you look like such a fucking clown right now. This shit was trash. Why the fuck is this game first to 3? Somebody pull up the archive page. You see the time, right? Let's find where it starts. Let's find the intro. 10:39. Now, I told you, I'm no mathematician. No TI-84, nah. It's not quite right, but you get the picture. This shit was 4.5 hours, man. To be fair, 50 minutes of it was ads. The worst part is, so I get, like, from release, it's had shifts in how the game plays, right? Where at first people were dying too fast, so like, man, we need first 3, we need first 3. On the back end, the defense started to kick in a little bit. Because guess what? You have to give a game time to develop. Marvel 3, we played that shit first to 2 for a year. And then finally, mid-EVO, you remember that shit? Mid-EVO, they ran half the pools first to 2, and then people were like, you know what, dude? This game isn't solid, let's make it first to 3. And you know what? Everybody else looked at each other and said, hey, it's pretty fast. It isn't solid. Let's move it first to 3. Everybody pretty much was just like, thumbs up, let's do it. This is the only game where I've seen people before the game was even released pressing for first to 3, and just nobody was like, hey man, maybe we should give it some time. Everyone was just like, well, okay. I mean, fuck the dudes working the event, right? Fuck everybody backstage. And it made it to the point where I didn't even care what was going on. Sonic ran over Dragon in Grand Finals. I didn't even know what was happening. To be fair, it's their tour rules too, right? But holy shit. You gotta remember, there are people that work that event that have to clean up after. So you open up Sunday morning. Now look, not the best finish to Saturday night. Not by any means. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. in the arena. Let's go, baby. BB tag. Let's fucking run it. So, you know what? Grass to Shinku, man. Everybody from Texas. Y'all help raising. Good shit. I don't really have much else to say. You know what? I'm kind of done. Anyway, Street Fighter V. That was alright. Yeah, it was pretty good. Bonchan, after what, like 4 years? Gets back on the big stage. Grand Finals winner's side. Able to win it this time. Pretty cool. No real issues. Obviously, it sucks that the announcements got leaked, what, 4 days prior? I don't know how you fucked that up. Whoever's working at Steam, man, that shit is crazy. Though, to be fair, if that was the announcement, I'm not sure that we would have not been talking shit about it after anyway, to be honest with you. But, whatever. Given what else was announced on Sunday, you know what I mean? Like, it was pretty cool. Bonchan won. After, multiple second place finishes, right? But the thing is, he'd been on a tear this year already, right? After that, though, was this shit. And holy shit. Look at this fucking picture. Can we talk about Vexeny for a second? Between the Steve picture, the Tasty Steve picture, and this picture, how broken is this shit? In my opinion, best top 8 of the day, debatably the entire weekend. Maybe not debatably, I don't know. You get some pretty cool matchups, too. Naroma versus... Chickerman was a pretty good one too. There's a lot of there's some history between them, but obviously you look at the bracket, you saw Nia and Ash on winner's side, and holy shit, man, it delivered. It definitely delivered. This shit was too good. They had the most people in the arena when I was there looking around. Pretty cool storyline that's been building for pretty much the past year comes to a head here in at EVO, and it delivered in the best way possible. This was fucking awesome. It makes you really look forward to TWT finals for sure. Thailand later this year is gonna be tight. That's why I was surprised to hear other people weren't excited about it. I thought it was like, man, this. How do you look at this and you don't feel something, you know? After this was what? Smash, right? I do remember there was a reset and grand final. MK Leo ends up winning it. The rest of the top 8 kind of a blur to me, to be honest with you. Commentary I thought was pretty good. You know, what's his name? Coney. He's pretty good. From watching it, from listening to it, they did really good. They presented the game really well, I think. My concern for them going into Sunday was how many people would show up in the arena. It was definitely less than Tekken, but to be honest with you, there was still probably enough to where it was fine. EVO overall, I didn't have very much fun because I was working the whole time. I'll never work that much in EVO again. Maybe. We'll see. But this shit. For the record, I probably watched this, I think, like 20, 30 times by now. It's still pretty cool to watch. Very reminiscent of, like, the 2013 or 2014 announcement at ArcFest, right? When they showed off Exit for the first time. Feels like it'll have that same kind of effect for this gen. It's pretty good.
That is bullshit blazing, till my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new word under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game.
I think the counter hit zoom in effects are pretty cool. I mean, obviously, it just looks awesome, right? I talked a little bit about this on Twitter, I guess. But my thing is, with them, it's never about the quality or what's going to come out anyway. I expect them almost to wow me with this kind of stuff. With them, it's about the other stuff that they do. I'm excited, but then there's also the lingering feeling in the back of, like, if they have not taken the correct lessons and don't yet understand why their games aren't bigger than what they are, then to me, it's just a never end. It's just a cycle, right? My thing is, I'd like the cyclical shit is just, it bugs me. That shit could be bigger than what it is. Take it for what it is. I'm excited, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. But that is like the lingering concern I have in the background. It's the same feeling every time now, man. Yeah, you get really excited, you touch it, oh man, it's fun to play, but then the netcode holds the game back, or holds the community back from, being bigger. Well, then the lack of support for the events or the competitive community, they don't really use that to try to push the game, where you see other games having really good success doing that. It's like, well, it's every little thing. I already talked about it, but Regardless, maybe they listen. Probably not. I definitely am not confident that they will. In any way, shape, or form, I don't think that they know or will listen. They've been slow to change. But maybe they do, maybe they don't. Whatever. Regardless, go into it with an open mind. I think people flipping out. To be honest with you, I read the JP release of that Daisuke note. It's a lot more subtle and pretty much the same shit they were saying before. You have to understand, Xrd compared to XX is a huge step back anyway. That didn't stop them from making one of the best games this previous generation. Whatever they say, right, it doesn't even really matter. Wait till you touch it. Do you like it? Cool, play it. Do you not like it? The good thing is, man, there's like 4 or 5 other games that are pretty fucking good, man. That are pretty fucking good. You can always just invest in those.